I'm Felix Oyath. Those are my two official names. And currently I'm Deputy Warehouse Coordinator in Kenya for One Acre Fund. And I've been in One Acre Fund from September 2010 up to date. And still many years to come, we'll still be in this organization. One Acre Fund started way back in the year 2005 in Western Kenya, and the main goal was to see on how to help the rural poor farmer to come out of poverty. And that happened because we're looking at there are so many services outside there for the rural farmer, but there is a big distance between the provider of the service and those farmers. So One Acre Fund ideally came to bridge the gap between the various agricultural service providers in the market and connecting them with this rural farmer who is at the rural household. And that happened because of, given the statistic, as you know, in today's world, you see like 1 in 3 children are physically and mentally malnourished. They don't have adequate food to eat. You also look at today in the current world, you may find like 1 out of 4 children in the rural household may miss opportunity to go to school. And so we were looking at hunger and also investment. So you'll find like the main mission of One Acre Fund is to equip these farm families in the rural setup with the tools they need and also with the knowledge and the skills that they can use with the tools given so that they can shift from survival mode of food production to investment, where they can grow surplus and sell and use the money to improve their livelihood. To be able to do the work that we do, we need like-minded partners and we need like-minded organizations that we work with. And so Awendo General Store come in to help us execute our delivery model, because you'll realize like most of our storage facilities are centered in town center, far away from the rural farm. But we need to take the service bundle that we offer to their nearest walking distance from home, and that is in the rural region. So Awendo play a critical role in terms of transport facilitation so that we are able to take what we have here up to the farmer nearest collection point, which is the rural setup, a walking distance. When our operation was very small, it means the quantity of products that were being moved were not of that big magnitude. And because we have grown in scale, there comes issues to deal with accountability in terms of what get outside the warehouse and into the truck. So traditionally we used to load from the store directly to truck. But then you find a couple of challenges, like if we miss counts, so that will require like we unload everything again and we start afresh. And that will mean more time taken to do the loading. And so we wanted to institute a system where the loading team is confident of the numbers, where also the warehouse team are also confident of what comes out of the warehouse and goes to the truck. And so we came up with this model. Is a docking model, but we call it staging, where first we put the items at a stationary point for QC, and QC is quality checking and quantity checking. So we want to ensure that are we loading the correct item, and then are we loading the correct quantity. During our distribution, which normally happen between the period of January to April, you find like we have a beehive of activities. In as much as our stores are secured with the CCTVs and alarm system, but we load these trucks and they need to stay within the compound overnight till the following day when we do distribution. In such a case, we may not risk leaving them in the open, and so we entered into partnership with KK, which is a reputable security company in Kenya and outside Kenya, to provide guarding services both to the trucks that we have packed with the inventory and also the godown where the inventory is. You look at our distribution model, we have clients of different magnitude and numbers, and they sign up for inventory of different kgs. And so given the kgs per site, determine the type of truck suitable to deliver them. And so you may find like there are inventory that may be less than 1 ton, like solar lights, and that may need like a pickup, which is a 1 ton. And so some sites ranges from 5 ton up to 15 metric ton. These trucks, once they go to the field, they need to come back in time. And so if, for instance, we happen to load today in the morning, it will take time because we are handling many sites in a day in many different districts. And so the time that our customer will take also spend to wait for the trucks to arrive will hinder them from doing their day-to-day activities. And so we opted to choose the model where we load the previous day in the afternoon, and then trucks are able to spend the night and leave very early in the morning by 5 to 6, so that they are able to arrive at the distribution point between 8 and 9, to give them time for farmers to pick what they need to pick when it is still broad daylight. They come back again, we load again, and we have seen like that model is more of efficient on our side. And like if we were to do it the same day, then it means we'll require the transporter to be able to avail new trucks another day. If we were to allow farmers to come to the store, one, you will look at cost of transport that they will incur. Two, you will look at time spent along the way. You will look at congestion that will be witnessed within the facility. And so we may not be able to serve them better, unlike if we take these products to their nearest collection point. So we find the idea of taking it to them save them a lot of costs in transport, delay, and also time. So they spend like less time and they feel more satisfied, like it's a walking distance from their home to where we have delivered. And so they are able also to save, and that is one of our customer service priority, that we should be able to go to the farmer right where they are Currently in Kenya we do one season. And by one season we mean we distribute between April and January. January and April. That is, but we have started to venture into different climatic region that may require our distribution to be done in November, like areas of Bomet that we have ventured into. And so you will find like our seasons start to change, but majorly, be it in Western, Rift, Central and Nyanza, our distribution runs between January and April. Back in the year 2005, when this company started, it actually started with 38 farmers only. And currently we are serving 406,000 in this year. And we still have a vision that we want to reach every rural farm household in Kenya. And we project like to be able to serve like 1 million plus by the year 2025. We normally begin our season around August, and that season begins with enrollment, where we get to recruit these clients. And so during that time is when we allow people to join the organization. And this is actually done right at the sub-location level by our field officer on the ground, who is able to mobilize, educate, and tell people what we do, why we do what we do, what are the benefits if they join the program. And so it has been efficient model that way. And we also do like advertisement in radios, in the local language. You talk of Kisii, we have Egesa and Ramogi and Western Sulu FM. So that they are able to be information on One Acre Fund, how to join, when to join, why to join, and where to find the product or where to find our offices or staff. Farmers who are in the program are also able to interact with us through phone call. So they are given a toll-free number where they can call. Because we have a 24-hour customer care service team whose mandate is just to listen to the farmer and receive their concern.